Hello again. Okay, this is a follow-up to the book I've just read. If you've not listened to me read the book, I want to encourage you to go back and listen to that, because this goes along nicely with my Eggsperiment. Now, what I hate about this, being quarantined and not seeing everybody, is that you all can't see this up close and participate in this as much as I'd like for you to. So we're gonna make the best of it, and I'm going to give you my Eggsperiment. So when we do an experiment, we first make a hypothesis. And if we were together, we would talk a little bit about that. And a hypothesis is what? You all know. It is making a guess at what is going to happen when we do our experiment. Now, today we're going to ask ourselves, are Miss Greider's eggs going to look the same inside? Or are they going to look different inside? And I think the best thing that we can do is kind of look at the outside first. I've got 3 eggs here, and we have a white one, we have a tan one, and then a brown one. So we have 3 different colored eggs, but what's our hypothesis? What are we guessing is going to happen when I crack these eggs? Will they look the same inside, or are they going to look different? Like the outsides look different. Now, we would probably, if we were together, compare and contrast these 3 eggs more. But since we're not together, I want you guys to make sure that you're thinking about it and treating it like an experiment. Now, wonder which one I should crack first. I'm thinking I'm gonna do this one because it's kind of in the middle. It's not completely white, it's not completely brown, so I'm just gonna go with this one first. And let's see what it looks like. Okay, your typical egg, it has a yolk inside like your egg would, and looks like a normal egg to me. An egg like any other egg. Now we'll crack the brown one. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. How about that? What is our experimenting saying? Our experiment is telling us that both the tan egg and the brown egg look just alike on the inside. So let's see where we stand with the white one. Oh, see, if you all were here, I would let you all do this. And as you can see, all 3 eggs, which I popped these on accident, but all 3 eggs all look just the same. They all 3 have a yellow yolk. I accidentally busted those. I'm gonna bust that one just so that it makes it look like all the others. But this goes along with the book in that it talks about that you cannot judge someone by their skin color, that you have to go inside of them in order to find out what is inside. And as you can see, all 3 of our eggs are identical on the inside. They all are made up of the same parts, and the egg whites, the yolk, and the shell, they're all the same parts. And this is just one experiment that, depending upon what your hypothesis was, maybe you thought they looked different, but typically when we do this in a classroom, most everybody thinks and hypothesizes that they'll look exactly the same. And they do, and they do. Now, here's where you're missing out. Normally, we're all together, and normally you would get to experiment my M&M experiment with me, and you would get to taste and eat the M&Ms. But because we're in quarantine and we're on NTI, I promise you, you will get your M&Ms at some point. But until then, as you can see, by the way, I forgot to tell you all, as I was setting this up, my family was eating my experiment. So my family are jerks and we're eating my M&Ms. And so I had to protect them and not let them eat my experiment. Okay, so as you can see, lots of M&Ms here and lots of different colors. We've got green, we've got yellow, blue, brown, orange, red, all the yummy colors. Now, if we were all together, you would be getting 3 M&Ms. Some of them might be 3, some of you might get 3 green, some of you may get 3 different colors, some of you may get 2 colors of one and one of another. Everybody would get random M&M colors. Now, what we do together is, which I'm gonna do it because I've got them right here in front of me, but I'm gonna take this blue one. Delish. As always, an M&M never lets you down. This one's blue. This one's green. Any difference? Mm-mm. Hard candy coating, hard candy coating, and delicious chocolate. And if I started snarfing on the rest of those, you would find that on the inside, they're all the same. And we found out what was on the inside because we investigated it. We looked into it. We didn't just say, oh, look, all those eggs are different colors. That means they're all different. Or all those M&Ms are different colors. They're all different. No. We investigated. We decided we wanted to look inside. We wanted to see if they were the same or different, if they were good or yucky. So this is a wonderful reminder that you always have to look on the inside to find out what someone is. Never just look on the outside. So once we're together, we'll get to do this experiment, and yes, you all will get to eat M&Ms. But until then, I think that you could easily do this experiment at home with your family. If you don't have the eggs, you may have M&Ms, and that's a cheap, yummy way to do the experiment with your family. And so consider replicating it, because that's what scientists do. Scientists don't just do a experiment and they never do it again. They come back to it and redo it to ensure that their results are right. You always have to investigate. I hope that you enjoyed this. It's so much more fun when we're together. I love each and every one of you, and I hope you enjoyed the fun experiment.